Welcome to this edition of the Who's Who in Guyana Business Show. I'm Dr. Vishnu Doerga, your host as usual, and I would like to welcome you to this week's edition. As usual, we'll be talking about the business opportunities that exist in Guyana. We'll be featuring various companies that are operating in Guyana, and of course, the education that comes along with this show. We always want to make sure that you understand concepts in marketing, concepts in ISO consulting. We want to make sure that you know the types of training that are available and the types of employment opportunities as well. I would encourage those of you within organizations, within businesses as well, to reach out and get your company on the Who's Who in Guyana business. If you're not already in the directory, I know that we have closed off registrations. There may be a few options in some sectors here and there, so I'd encourage you to take a look at the upcoming video with Selena and make contact with her or the team at ActionINVEST to see if we can still fit you in, because we only have a limited amount of pages available in the new edition. So we do want to make sure that we get as many companies in as possible, because once we launch in November, the cycle starts all over again by making sure that the new edition with the new information is placed into the hands of local and foreign investors, all our local businesses as well, so that they're able to easily connect with people who can provide services in various areas. And the website traffic is just amazing. So if you really want more exposure for your business, I would encourage you to get on board. We have some massive new projects that we're working on when it comes to Who's Who that will be launched later on in the year. And anyone who's on the Who's Who platform is definitely going to benefit from that. This week, we are also starting off our Road to Growth training, and over 120 women are actually participating in this round. So congratulations to all those women across, I think we have nearly 8 regions participating. And I know that they will be really positively impacted by not just the theory and the lessons they'll be getting, but the very practical advice they'll be getting from other female entrepreneurs, their facilitators, and each other. So congratulations to them. Later in the year, we will have the opportunity for access to finance training. So keep an eye out for that. And to the 100+ women who did not get into this particular program, I would encourage you keep checking our Facebook pages, keep following what we're doing, and you will get the opportunity in the future to also apply for upcoming programs. The response was just overwhelming. We had more than double the number of applicants we were looking for, and it's an amazing time to be in Guyana and be able to benefit from this level of information. Enjoy the show. Get your pen and paper or your digital device ready to make your notes. Reach out for any of the services or to any of the companies that you see featured on the Who's Who, and I'll see you at the end of the show.
Such a busy day here at ActionINVEST Caribbean Inc. I'm the marketing supervisor. And I just wanted to tell you now, the due date was June 30th. However, due to the immense calls and just requests that we've been getting, I literally had about 3 to 4 in-person meetings today for companies who would have said, oh my gosh, I missed the deadline, but I still wanted to come in. It's fulfilling to know that although we would have stopped marketing and we would have said, well, we're closing off or closing the curtains, that companies are still reaching out and say, hey, can I still get on board? Given that, we're going to get Dr. Doerga on the phone to see what's possible, how we can get more companies on board to get on the Who's Who. So we're going to talk to Dr. Doerga and just see how much farther we can push this deadline to ensure that those companies who are really looking for the opportunity to get on board can get on board. Hi, Doc.
Hi, Sulita.
Okay, so I had a lot of meetings today with companies who are just a tad bit late. They're now discovering, they're now learning about the host and they're ready to be on board. So I know there are more than likely a lot of companies who are experiencing the same and they would like to get on board, but we have that deadline as June 30th. So, we want to get companies on board. Do you think we can extend that deadline to say July 15th?
First of all, have you recommended business coaching to these companies? Because last minute can always cause some problems. But I've also gotten the same here with many companies also messaging me now very last moment.
Yeah.
What are you recommending? What date?
Well, I'm thinking to give them the next week. We close the curtains completely July 15th, so that's going to be next Friday.
So we were already well over 200 companies.
I know, Dr. Doerga, but I mean, they're coming. You have 4 meetings today, and these were just walk-in. They didn't call. They just walked in and say, hey, I missed a deadline and I really want to be in. I mean, I think we can do something.
So 1 week, well, let's give it a 1 week extension and let's see if these companies are really going to make use of being on the best business platform in this country.
All right, folks. Fantastic. Thanks, Doc. Take care.
Welcome. Take care.
So there you have it. You have 1 week left. And this is it. If you don't use this opportunity to get on board in Guyana's most powerful business networking tool, then you might need coaching. But let's make sure that we utilize this opportunity to get on board. And again, remember, this is a one-time commitment from you. So you'll just make that payment. We'll have your artwork. You'll have your artwork sent in, and we handle distribution. We handle the presence at all of these major events. So it's that one-time dedication from you, and you just watch your business flourish. So we're extending it for one last week. Be sure to capitalize on the week that you have remaining to get your company featured in Guyana's most powerful business networking tool. Remember, we are distributing 12,000 copies across Guyana, Suriname, and Trinidad, and we are working to ensure, of course, with the aid of our business support organizations, we are getting your business profiles into the hands of those investors and companies that are really looking for the information on how they can partner with companies here in Guyana to further develop the sectors that we have. So get on board, contact me 223-3355, or just hit us up on WhatsApp, Facebook. We're available on all of the major platforms. Be sure to just pop us a text. If you have me on Facebook, if you have Dr. Doerga on Facebook, or any of the team members, just shoot us a text and we can get started. It has been really great. We're going to close the curtains July 15th. We're going far and wide, and like we say, it's not who you know, but rather who knows you in business. I'm Selena. It's been really awesome bringing the news to you about what's happening with the Who is Who. Thank you. Take care. And I'll see you in the 2023 edition of the Who's Who in Guyana Business Directory.
In this series, I will continue on the context of the organization. All of the management system standards now are aligned to the Annex SL structure. It allows the organization to determine its context. We find that a context is necessary because previously, many systems were being implemented, but it actually removed the organization and its structure and its operation. The context allows you to look very keenly at those internal and external issues. In the ISO 9001 standard, and if we look at the other management system standards that were developed post 2015, they all talk about the context. Now, the context are those internal and external issues that have an impact. One way to determine what are the issues is basically conducting a SWOT. A SWOT is a strength, weakness, opportunity, threat analysis of those things that can negatively impact your organization. Externally, we have certain push-pull factors that can also affect your ability to meet your customer requirements. If you're desirous of obtaining additional information on how you can define the context, how it can be implemented, contact us on telephone number 501-0110, or you can send an email at iso@actioninvest.org.
This is Coach Bram here, and we are talking Seminar Club modules, and we are moving on to TimeRICH. The time is flying here with our Seminar Club modules. Now I have a question for you. If I were to give you $1 million, this is a deal, right? Give you $1 million and tell you that you can't wake up tomorrow, would you take that? Give it some thought. Would you take $1 million now and you cannot wake up tomorrow? It's 24 hours. What's the value of your time? Most of you would say no. And I agree with you, because you can place no value on the time that we have. Time is invaluable. So we want to be able to understand the importance of time, especially when it comes to the things that we do. See, majority of the time, what happens is that our time is spent and it's not invested. And it's simple words. It's just a change of words. So we want to understand how we can invest our time rather than spending it. You see, the importance here is for us to be able to understand what managing our time is all about. You see, it's not really about managing our time. It's about managing ourselves. So how much control do you have over yourself and your time? In our session, we'll be able to talk about the importance of how you can be able to identify those activities that are most valuable. So you get maximum impact from the time that you're invested. So you want to be able to do the things that are most productive, that has the most impact. You see, it's about understanding that value and how we can invest it, invest our time. See, how you invest your time is one of the keys to business success. What are you investing your time in? And as you think through that, and as we in our session discuss where our time is going and how you can regain control of your time so that you are much more productive and you get more out of your time, it is what our session is about. The session really is about eliminating the chaos that is happening in our lives and to be able to bring some sense of order. We want to see where our time is going and how we can turn that time into money so that we are much more successful. And we want to achieve this lifestyle that we want to be able to have in our lives. As we look at how we are planning our session, as we look at how we plan our day and our week, it's so important that you understand what are the key things that will drive success and what are the key things that are sucking, or we call them time vampires, are just reducing the impact that you can make. So you want to have that militant attitude so that you can be much more successful. Our TimeRICH training seminar is a foundational course that each and every client goes through, because we need to understand, as business owner or as aspiring entrepreneurs, we need to have better control of our time and the things that we're doing. So join us on our training dates, July the 14th and the 22nd. Call us and register today. It's 223-5583. I'll see you then.
Hello and welcome back to our weekly CV and employment videos. I'm Andrea Ragubir, HR Manager of NSBOmega Guyana Inc. This week's video will be focused on how to prepare a detailed curriculum vitae, or CV as we popularly know it. Before we get into the CV preparation, I would like to clear the air with a popular confusion. That is, what is the difference between a CV and a resume? A resume is a one-page summary of your experiences that is specific to a job that you're applying for, whilst a CV is a detailed document highlighting all of your experiences, academic qualification, skills, and talents that makes you preferred for the job. To ensure your CV stands out, you can follow our recommended structure and tips in this video. When preparing your CV, you start with your name, date of birth, address, contact details, including your email and contact numbers. You then move on to your work experience by stating your present and past positions, the dates where these positions were held, the name of the employer, and the list of the duties and responsibilities that you would have undertaken to help the hiring personnel to better understand why you are suitable for the role you're applying for. After highlighting your experience, state your qualifications, including your primary to tertiary education and any other training programs or certificates that you would have required. For this section, it's also highly recommended to include the date each qualification was acquired, the name of the school or the institution, and your results. Optionally, you can also mention some of your hobbies or interests that might be worth highlighting. Finally, mention at least 2 references that can be contacted if the need arises. Please ensure you mention their names, contact information, and their designation. That's their telephone numbers and email addresses. Before submitting your CV, kindly review it to ensure that there are no errors and that the information is presented clearly and concisely. Ensure to use a standard format and size throughout the entire document. For example, Times New Roman, Arial, or Calibri in size 11 or 12 thereabouts. I trust this video has been beneficial in helping you to produce excellent CVs and secure that job that you so desire. For more information, feel free to call 227-3370. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and LinkedIn. Check out our website, that's www.nsbomega.gy, or you can send us an email to info@nsbomega.gy. Until next time, do take care and stay safe.
Good day, everyone. I'm Dr. Vishnu Doerga with ActionINVEST Caribbean, and today I want to answer a question that I've been getting a lot over the past couple of weeks, and this surrounds inflation. People are seeing prices going up and they're wondering what's going on. They know Guyana is also exporting a lot of oil, which means that our production has gone up, which technically is supposed to make our currency stronger. And people are starting to get a little bit confused. What do I do with my money? Do I keep it because it's going to become more valuable? Do I invest it because it's going to become less valuable? And I wanted to just shed some light on this. Now, yes, we are receiving a lot of foreign currency. That is because of the export of our oil. But as you may or may not know, all that currency is being deposited into a bank account. There is a process by which that money can be utilized. And what then happens is that that money then needs to be spent via a budget. Now, this is the first year in which Guyana will actually start spending that money into our budget. We've had many investors coming into Guyana, investing a lot of money into real estate, offices, salaries, and all that money, and especially when it comes in as US dollars, now creates that flood. So now you can actually see that because of that effect, you're able to get US dollars much easier now, and you can actually negotiate a little bit and get another $1 or $2 shaved off because people are sitting on a lot of US dollars. However, when you have all this excess money on your hands, if the country doesn't start producing more goods or services, what will happen is that the goods or services that the country had become limited now. And because the supply didn't increase, prices will start escalating. And this is where businesses play a big role in inflation, because when they start saying, well, everybody wants the thing I have, I can easily start pushing up the price. And it's even worse for countries that manufacture, because manufacturing is very hard to scale up. So that is happening at the moment. We ourselves, by this increased money flow, are driving inflation up. On the flip side, we do have foreign currency that is coming in as well, that is technically supposed to be stabilizing the price a bit. Some people are talking about, do they want Guyana's currency to be stronger? I would caution against that, because if $1 US suddenly became 100 Guyana dollars, the way that would affect our country, think about oil or gold being exported, and we send 1 million barrels of oil overseas. At the current price, we are getting 100 million Guyana dollars, right? Yeah, 100 by 1 million is 100 million Guyana dollars. At today's rate, that 100 million Guyana dollars is about 20 billion at the current rate. If our currency were to get stronger, when we sell that million barrels, we would only get 10 billion Guyana dollars. So we would get half of the Guyana dollars that we are getting today. And that is the disadvantage, because when our currency gets stronger, what's going to happen is that the salaries are not going to be cut in half. So if you're working for 100,000, because our currency got stronger, they're not going to give you, half of the money. You will still want your 100,000, right? But now when the money comes back into the country, we're only getting half of the money, or whatever is causing that transfer to be much lower. So keep that in mind. That's the disadvantage of having a stronger currency. And I would also encourage you to understand that we have a Bank of Guyana. One of their biggest functions is to maintain macroeconomic financial stability. So we really need to depend on the competence of our team at the Bank of Guyana, at our Ministry of Finance, to ensure that they keep a level of stability in the currency. Because if it gets much stronger, all of us will not be able to benefit from the money coming into the country. Our exports as well could become more expensive. And if it gets much weaker, we will run out of money. Our salaries might not be able to keep up with the increase of the prices of goods and services. So we really are on a knife's edge that we have to balance. As a country, we've gotten used to 4 or 5% of inflation. I think it will get a bit beyond that, but we really have to make sure that we don't end up in a tough situation. To the people who are providing goods and services out there, yes, it's fantastic to be able to earn more, but it will also hurt you in the long run, because you'll be paying more for everything else as well. So if you're not way ahead of the game, it will still get you back in the long run, because yes, you could charge more, but you got to pay staff more as well. You got to pay more for fuel, etc., etc. So my biggest encouragement would be is understanding where the economy is going. We'll probably head to a population of 2 to 3 million in another 5 to 10 years. Set up your business so you can handle double or triple the volume, because that will allow you to have some level of price control. And if you need help understanding how to do that and how to do it in a sustainable way, so you don't have to go find massive amount of investment now in order to be able to scale, reach out. That's what we specialize in. Just keep an eye on what's going on in the market. It could also go really south really fast. We have a lot of other activities happening around the world that are affecting us in Guyana here, from wars to shipping to COVID, etc. So keep an eye out on what's happening and reach out if you really need more detailed explanation. If you really need to understand it for yourself and for your own business, reach out. And if you really want your business to benefit from this in the long term, give us a call. Happy to have been able to share this with you now. Take care and see you until the next video.
Camille's Academy Inc. We are the premier provider for private education in Guyana, and through our mission, our excellent team delivers a well-balanced curriculum that integrates technology and innovation to our educational programs to inspire children to reach their highest levels of success. Check us out at any one of our 4 locations or contact us today. Enroll now for nursery, primary, and secondary level. Camille's Academy Inc. Be inspired to innovate.
So we talked all night about the rest of our lives, where we're gonna be when we turn 25. I keep thinking times will never change. Keep on thinking things will always be the same. But when we leave this year, we won't be coming back. No more hanging out, cause we're on a different track. And if you got something that you need to say, you better say it right now, cause you don't have another day. Cause we're moving on and we can't slow down. These memories are playing like a film without sound. And I keep thinking of that night in June. I didn't know much of love, but it came too soon. And it was me and you, and then we got real blue. Stay at home talking on the telephone.
You persevered, but you had the backings or the support of your parents, guardian, other relatives. At this point, I know how they're feeling, that you would have completed high school and you would have gotten to exam. I know the road was an uphill one for some persons. There were a lot of challenges, and in life, those challenges will continue. There will be many what we call stumbling blocks. But what I'd like to say to you, watch out for those stumbling blocks and use them as a stepping stone. Do not let them, even if you trip, do not let them keep you down. Even if you slow down and then gain momentum again, but do not stop. Education is always good. Education is not only your bookwork. Some of you may branch out into the technical field, but whatever you do, always continue to, as your motto says, to strive for excellence.
I'm just going to wish you all the best in whatever you plan in life. And sure, you know that you may not achieve what you want tomorrow, the next day, or even the next year. But that doesn't mean that you should give up. We have not been through 5 years of school to graduate come, hoping October 15th. And then we're going to give up at that point of time. So you may not be at your best now, but it is coming. And I will always quote, as Miss Kamini say, we all will bloom in our own time. So I'm wishing you all the very best, nothing but the best. Especially my babies, you know how much the best means for me and you. As we have the foundation, CX is definitely your foundation. And I wish you all continue to build on that foundation.
मेरे दिल की ये दुआ है कभी दूर तू न जाए तेरे बिना हो जीना वो दिल कभी न आए मेरे दिल की ये दुआ है कभी दूर तू न जाए तेरे बिना हो जीना वो दिल कभी न आए संग जीना यहाँ तेरे संग मर जाना याद करेगी दुनिया तेरा मेरा अफसाना तेरे जैसा यार कहाँ Since 1985 we've been around, serving the nation is so much fun. Every customer's number one, A. Sons at Movie Town. More products, more variety, spacious shopping and a helpful team. Website and delivery, we're so proud to be Guyanese.
A. Sons, always happy to serve you. Come visit our new location at Movie Town as we bring you a premium shopping experience and a bigger product line to meet your everyday needs.
My name is Alana Bunbury Walton. I'm the owner of Jars Zero Waste Store. I think we're the only eco-friendly store in Guyana. We do refills on almost any product. So you can refill health foods, you can refill oils, you can refill detergents. Our aim and our mission is to reduce significantly the amount of plastic waste that's in our society. I felt like I was in a place where being new to Guyana, and a lot of persons didn't understand what we were doing, so the support wasn't as amazing as I would have wanted it to be in the beginning. So when I read what Road to Growth was about, I excitedly applied for the program. It's an opportunity for women in business to advance, to elevate themselves. It's an opportunity for women in business to collaborate, to network. So when I first read it, I was so excited to apply. In addition to all of those, I wanted my business to grow. I thought I knew what I was doing when I started the business, but attending the very first session with Road to Growth, I realized I knew nothing about running a business. It was so different. I mean, some of the things, yes, you were doing, but to understand that there was a formal structure to everything and to run a business, those were amazing for me to learn. I expect to see my business growing out of control. Already we're doing so much that I wasn't doing before. So my intent is to continue learning how to run a business and to promote the business and to collaborate with other businesses that are like-minded, that are eco-friendly. Look for opportunities to bring and to offer products that's going to help to beautify Guyana and to help us all be health conscious.
Hi everyone, Coach Keon Smith here to share with you on another episode where we educate you on our learning management system. Think about having the opportunity to learn or to educate yourself in over 100 courses in the environment of your choosing. This is what our learning management system allows you to do. For this particular episode, I'm going to be diving into a topic that I believe is apt when it comes to working remotely. And if we can take a trip down memory lane to March 2020, when the dreaded COVID-19 hit, many of us experienced for the very first time the opportunity to work remotely, whether it be from home or a satellite office. And for some reason, there were a few challenges in the beginning adapting to this new way of working, at least here. This particular course that we're going to be speaking about today allows you to understand some of the nuances when it comes to teleworking and telecommuting. Now, this is where you work either from home or from a virtual space, and this may have some challenges given the fact that you're not in the physical environment and or same physical environment as other team members. Communication can become one of those major challenges to ensure that information gets disseminated on time and adequately. During this course, we want you to understand some of these challenges and how you can overcome them to improve your skills when it comes to becoming a teleworker. Throughout this particular program, your team members and or yourself will see great improvements in their performance and overall well-being. While this may have its advantages working from home or in a virtual space with regards to flexibility of time, no need to commute to your place of employment, going in those long lines, etc. It can also save the company money by not having to invest a lot into a physical environment. Notwithstanding, we would want you as a participant to work on establishing the skills that will help you to work better from home or whichever place of employment you are. During the course, you will learn about the different methods of organizing and planning your work. You will learn ways to manage your time efficiently so that you can be as productive as you possibly can be, and how to identify, address, and even resolve challenges that may arise from time to time as a teleworker. So if you think about your current job role, and there are many different roles right now that has adopted this form of working, and you would like to learn how to be more efficient, how to be more impactful as a teleworker, then this is the course you'll want to find yourself a part of. So apart from the learning objectives identified, you can learn more about self-management, time management, which is critical, especially when you think you have that level of flexibility, how to organize and plan your work, how to make sure that you can communicate effectively, frequently, and fluently to your peers so that everyone is on the same page and you can continue to make the impact that your organization has intended. So don't sit there just thinking about it. You can take out your smartphones, go to your camera app, scan the QR code, and it will take you straight to our website where you can learn more about the course and, of course, get registered if you think that this is a course of interest for you. Or for those persons who like to use the traditional method of contact, you can pick up the phone and dial 223-5583, and one of our team members will be more than willing to provide you with the necessary information so that you can get registered and you can continue on your path of personal and professional development.
Tired of battery problems? Frustrate yourself no more. Reward your vehicle with power, innovation, and style with its sealed, maintenance-free calcium alloy plates, advanced technological build, and rigid testing processes. Platinum Batteries delivers every time. Get 2 years warranty and fast after-sales services. Available at all auto retailing stores countrywide. Imported and distributed by Caribbean Motor Spares. 174 Zeeluck Public Road, East Bank, Essequibo. Telephone 609-7621, 502-3171.
Hello, a pleasant day to you all. I am the CEO of the Life Skills Education Institute. Today we will talk about self-regulation. Self-regulation is the ability to develop, implement, and flexibly maintain planned behavior in order to achieve one's goal. Why self-regulation is important? Self-regulation helps students to learn at school. It gives the ability to sit and listen in the classroom, behave in socially acceptable ways. Self-regulation gives the ability to control impulses, make friends. Self-regulation gives the ability to turn in games and conversations, share and express emotions in appropriate way. Become more independent. Self-regulation gives the ability to make appropriate decisions about behavior and learn how to behave in new situations with less guidance from others. Can self-regulation be taught and learned? Yes. Self-regulation is a skill that children need to be taught and practiced. The trick is not to avoid hard situations, instead, to train the children how to go through tough situations effectively. Breaking an activity into smaller, more doable paths can help. To learn more, contact Life Skills Education Institute. Our phone number are 225-6377. Mobile number is 641-2962. You may also log on to lsbindex.com. Thank you.
I trust you enjoyed this week's edition of the Who's Who in Guyana Business Show. Again, I'm always going to encourage you, get on board. You could have a fantastic product or service. You could be the most brilliant person in your industry. However, if nobody knows, then it would be a wasted talent. And that is what the Who's Who in Guyana Business does. It makes sure that people get the exposure that is required, either via this TV show, via the Who's Who directory, the hard copy, the website, and many other projects that are coming up. So I would encourage you, make sure that even if you don't do it with our platform, make sure that people know that you exist and what you can provide, so that you can benefit from your talent and others can benefit from your talent as well. I would encourage all of you as well, get ready for some massive improvements in the HorVenture app. If you have been a HorVenture user, you'll be seeing new content coming up. More about that in the coming weeks. And again, I would encourage you to be the best version of yourself and make a big impact. Thank you very much. I trust you enjoyed this week's edition of the Who's Who in Guyana Business Show. Again, I'm always going to encourage you, get on board. You could have a fantastic product or service. You could be the most brilliant person in your industry. However, if nobody knows, then it would be a wasted talent. And that is what the Who's Who in Guyana Business does. It makes sure that people get the exposure that is required, either via this TV show, via the Who's Who directory, the hard copy, the website, and many other projects that are coming up. So I would encourage you, make sure that even if you don't do it with our platform, make sure that people know that you exist and what you can provide, so that you can benefit from your talent and others can benefit from your talent as well. I would encourage all of you as well, get ready for some massive improvements in the HorVenture app. If you have been a HorVenture user, you'll be seeing new content coming up. More about that in the coming weeks. And again, I would encourage you to be the best version of yourself and make a big impact. Thank you very much.